Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another Marvel Legends action figure review. And today we have in front of us from Spider-Man No Way Home. Wait, actually from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, they tricked us there. The Amazing Spider-Man, which is the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. And even I haven't had these figures before. I didn't get the 3-pack. I actually canceled mine. I did pre-order it, but then I canceled it, and I'm glad I did. Now we have a more complete version. Mostly the hands are not complete, but everything. We have the face sculpts, which is better than getting a lot of web effects. But we get in exchange robbed of a couple of hands, exactly one extra fist and one extra crawling hand for this guy. So it's that's disappointing from Hasbro's side. Why did you do that? Give us a complete single carded figure with all the hands they need. And there you have a little blurb there, The Amazing Spider-Man, whatever, read it if you want. You have the nice poster artwork from back in the day, 2012, 14 or something like that. And legal stuff looks nice in the card, but we have to review them, so let's take him out of the packaging and see how good he actually is. And there you have the Andrew Garfield, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man figure out of the packaging. That's what it says in his packaging, but it's actually from No Way Home, right? In any case, you can see he comes with this mask head, which is really nice. Sorry about that. It had a little bit of water or something here at the mask. I don't know. I'll check that in a moment. But there you can see the glasses, or the for the eyes here. Look nice. The paint is nicely applied. It's mostly in place, and again it's all sculpted webbing with paint on top of it. Of course, at some places it might be a little bit hit and miss, but and you can also see again the costume has a little bit of metallic flake. I don't know if you can see in the headpiece. It's a dark red, almost burgundy direction, but well, these parts don't have that much of that metallic sheen, but the hard plastic in the chest, the upper torso, and the lower torso as well, there you have some metallic sheen on the reds. Anyway, he comes with a couple of extra hands. Sadly, only one fist and only one wall crawling hand, which is that's like a shitty move from Hasbro. Let's call it like it is. Like, why? It's just give us the other fist and the other wall crawling hand. I don't know who makes those decisions, but that's really like a horrible offense to us, the end consumers, because why? What's the reason to not add one more fist and one more crawling hand, Anyway, you can see the face sculpt is, this guy looks exactly like Andrew Garfield in my opinion, and I saw the movies. I know this guy. He's very recognizable, and you can, if you've seen this guy and you see this figure, you know who he is. A really well made face sculpt, and the eyes and everything are well in place, and he even has a little bit of shade for the, like a little bit of stubble. I don't know if it's noticeable on camera, but I can see it in person at least. But it's really fine, it's really well made. The head sculpt is great. This guy has a lot of hair and it's there, and the sculpt is spectacular, amazing, Anyway, and then you have also the body, which is also really nicely sculpted. You can see here, maybe it does have like a metallic sheen on the harder plastic for the red. Can you see it? Tell me in the comment section if you can see it, because it's there, The blues are just matte, it doesn't have any metallic sheen, but the reds in the torso and lower torso, it does have that metallic sheen. I don't know if in the arms and all of that, that's a different plastic. One is the PVC, I guess the softer, and the ABS is the harder, the harder plastic. In any case, all the webbing is there. The logo is looking sharp and cool. You can see that the different, this is painted blue on top of this red, and the caps for the butterflies and the whole arms are different material, and you can see a bit on the color there's a little bit of difference. You can see it more clearly in the, from the back to the butterfly there. Anyway, it's not like a huge deal, because actually it's more like it's a bit more bright or more reflective, but the color is actually really close or almost the same. You can see the build is really nice. I mean, broad shoulders. It's a tall and slender, but also, yeah, it's not like a chopstick, you can see some musculature there in the upper legs, and yeah, everything looking fine. There you can see metallic sheen again. And now, again, he comes equipped with a couple of sweeping hands. Yeah, there you can see the web shooters on the lower wrist. And yeah, the hands are nicely sculpted. I don't know if the hands have the proper size. Yeah, let's not get into those things. I'm not the expert for proportions and all of that. But yeah, as I just took him out of the box, I was like, are these hands not a bit small? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just like a 10%. Now, articulation-wise, the head can look up that far, can look down that far. He has nice tilt to the sides, can go all the way around. I mean, yeah, that's what you achieve with double ball pegs, when well made. The arms can go all the way up, well above 90 degrees, which is great. You have butterfly joints that can go backwards that far. Actually, backwards is not that great. Yeah, if you want, you can do the thing that you pop the arms out, you put the figure in hot water, maybe you cut the excess plastic of the peg, but I don't know, I won't do it myself, so you know the trick, it's there in the internet. Anyway, can go forward a little bit. I mean, it does move, it has some range, it can do some cross action there, so it does cross. Of course, there's some back movement as well, Anyway, bicep cut, can go all the way around, double jointed pinless elbows that can bend all the way? No. Well, that far. I don't know if there's a better combination, but yeah, I think it's only like that. It's not all the way, but almost. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. All the hands again have an in and out swivel. He's not wielding any swords or guns anyway. You have the diaphragm cut. In my opinion, from the three, this is the one which has a lesser diaphragm. I mean, backwards is fine, yeah. Forwards is just a little bit, and if you combine it with the crunch, it goes backwards all the way. That's great. And forwards, it's okay. I mean, I would like another click or the diaphragm to have a better cut in the lower section so that it can bend forward a bit more. But it's not terrible, He can bend to the sides a little bit, and he can turn all the way around. This one it feels a bit like I should be more careful, but I'm turning it around. I mean, once it starts clicking, it's okay. Maybe you should better do it like the hula hoop movement, something like that, instead of just a flat turn, because that can strain the plastic. I hope I didn't already. Anyway, the legs have, again, almost the full splits and almost pains, because we're talking about Spider-Man, and how can you have a Cobra Bat? Well, they are androids, but how can you have, I don't know, any Joe character do the full splits? And if someone should have all the flexibility and agility, it should be Spider-Man, right? Anyway, you can use the drop down and kick that far, and it starts going a bit to the side, so it doesn't really, well, it does get, that's 90 without the drop down, and with the drop down you get a little bit more. Anyway, it's maybe for other kind of more complex adjustments. No kicking backwards. I mean, the sculpt is tight there. I mean, it's really not allowing any backwards movement. And you can do that much. I mean, with the double jointed pinless knees, you can bend that far, and you have, of course, a thigh cut that can go all the way around. I just use it for adjustments. The feet can go backwards that far, forward all the way, well, that far. That's already going on top of that little step there. And he has a very good, decent ankle rocker. Now this is what he looks like with the masked head on, and of course you can lift up that far, look down that far. You can tilt to the sides nicely, can turn all the way around, you have all the movement. I just have the slight feeling that maybe he could be a bit long-necked, maybe, but maybe that's also how the actor is built, I don't know. But yeah, nothing terrible anyway, but I really like the silhouette of the figure. Otherwise, yeah, a good one actually. Now for size comparisons, there you have the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man next to the Desert, Snake Eyes, the Baroness, Black Widow and a Crimson Guard. Next to the retro card, the Deadpool, Silk, the 3-pack Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Miles Morales from Across the Spider-Verse as H figure arts, looking great all together. And of course, again, next to the Tom Holland and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man also from the No Way Home movie. Anyway, this is a great figure. Again, I'm glad I have it now. I cancelled my 3-pack back in the day, but I'm glad that we have now these versions with the unmasked heads. Sadly, incomplete hands for these two, but I don't know. Otherwise, great figure. All three of them, in my opinion. I at least am really enjoying them, and can only recommend if you are into the movie verse. Please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.